Armed, masked strangers following people at a train station, a glowing, morphing object in the sky, a woman getting dragged across a shop floor by something unseen, unexplained lights, violent spirits, and waving dolls. This is more disturbing footage that should not exist. In 2015, a very eerie video hit the internet, and it was so strange that people couldn't decide whether the encounter actually happened or if it was all staged. Turns out, it was not a hoax. It was January 28th in Auckland, New Zealand, when a group of film students were shooting at Parnell Railway Station. They noticed a man and woman creeping out of the bushes on the other side of the train tracks. They noticed them immediately because they were wearing white masks, and they were just standing there staring down the students. The students didn't really know what to make of this. Was it a prank, or did the pair of masked weirdos actually have bad intentions? They decided to make their way back to the parking lot, hoping the creepy pair would leave them alone. But they didn't. About 10 minutes later, they noticed they were being followed. They decided to call the police, and armed officers arrived on scene. At one point, there was even a police chopper flying overhead trying to find these two. Seems like a rather extreme response for a call about a pair of people wearing masks, doesn't it? Well, not really. The film students weren't the first ones who called in about this. Other people had seen the couple as well, and the film students didn't realize it at the time, but the pair were armed. Eventually, the masked pair turned themselves in. Police found they were part of a strange Facebook group called the Twins of Atticus. The page has since been taken down, but apparently it was pretty hard to describe. Most of the posts were pretty cryptic. It's a very strange case, and their motives were never made clear. And this has to be one of the strangest UFO videos I've ever seen. There's not a lot of information about this video, but apparently it was filmed somewhere in Cuba. People noticed this bright orange object in the sky, so this man pointed his camera up and zoomed in. At first the thing just looks like a glowing ball, which would already be weird, but then it starts rotating. And it gets even stranger. The object seemingly morphs into what now looks like an aircraft, but the glowing orange part continues rotating at the center. I've really never seen anything like it. But is the footage a hoax? Is it genuine? I'll let you all be the judge. Talk about your workday dragging on. This video comes out of a piñata shop in Mexico. This worker was just minding her own business when suddenly something grabs her leg and violently pulls her into another room. I say something because there's nobody there, and she's being pulled by some kind of unseen force. The shop is owned by a man named Mario Lara, and it's not the first piece of creepy security footage he's posted. I'm sure many of you will recognize this clip. Mario's store has a bit of a reputation now for its paranormal activity. At first, you'd start noticing things were out of place. You'd come in the morning to the shop in total disarray, with piñatas all over the floor. And when it continued happening, he started wondering if someone was sneaking in at night. So he set up a security camera, and that's when he spotted that ghoulish-looking creature poking its head out of the pile of piñatas. It's become a pretty well-known paranormal video online, and even though some people think it's a total hoax, others aren't so sure. This next video comes from Reddit user KitKat9876, who was constantly waking up in the middle of the night feeling like someone was shaking the bed. Eventually, she'd had enough and decided to put up a security camera to see what the hell was going on. And this is what she captured. Now, the video quality ain't great, but you'll notice it looks like there's something under the sheet holding it up, and the sheet goes flat. Doesn't look like her leg though. It's this single vertical section that suddenly disappears, and as if that wasn't weird enough, something that looks a lot like a head pokes out of the sheets. But KitKat was alone that night. Her husband was working out of town. So what exactly did she capture on camera here? I've seen a lot of orb videos online. Most of them don't really do it for me because it usually just looks like light reflecting off dust, but this video is really something else. Take a look. It was posted to Reddit by trash_scientist who said they got a motion alert from their home security camera and decided to check it, expecting the usual, maybe an animal. Instead, they saw this glowing object drifting through the frame. Trash scientists tried to make sense of it. Their first guess was that it could have been a paper lantern, but the more they watched it, the less that explanation held up. The movement just didn't match. It wasn't floating gently or drifting with the wind. It was moving sharply up, then down, and across, and back up again. It seemed to be changing direction on purpose. The glow coming off the object was also really strong enough to light up the trees behind it in a way that didn't look natural. When the Reddit user got home later, they checked the surrounding yards, expecting to find something, anything that could explain it, but there were no lanterns, no debris, nothing left behind. He also ruled out the obvious stuff. Didn't sound like a drone, the camera picked up no noise at all, and whatever this thing was moving way too close to the trees for that to make sense. And then there was the angle. The neighboring garden sits about a full story lower than theirs, which made it unlikely that it was someone just standing there waving a flashlight around. So what exactly is this bright glowing orb? I can't say. Share your thoughts in the comments. And speaking of unexplained lights, check these out. What exactly are we looking at here? They're not stars. And scrubbing through the video, you'll notice they change position. Some completely disappear and then reappear in other spots in the sky. The footage was posted to Reddit by main_development42, who wrote, "Pilot here. I was flying out west at 36,000 feet near Denver and saw several of these lights appear and disappear. I was wondering if anyone knew what these things are. I asked air traffic control as well, and they have no clue either. This is my second time encountering these lights, and I'm 1,000% sure these are not civil nor military." It's always interesting when pilots see something in the sky that they have no explanation for, as, they're up there all the time. Was this woman pushed by a ghost? So this happened in Chile inside a lawyer's office. A woman named Cecilia Carrasco had gone in for a meeting. As she was walking across the room, out of nowhere, she fell backward. Now, it's one thing to lose your footing and slip while you're walking. The strange part was she was totally still when she fell. It comes completely out of nowhere. How do you just suddenly fall back like that? Looks more like she was shoved. And according to Cecilia, that's how it felt too. Cecilia's first reaction was the same as anyone's would be. She thought someone had pushed her and then taken off, but when she looked around, there was no one. But she could have sworn someone made contact with her. And it was a nasty fall too. She ended up needing medical attention afterward. Before this, Cecilia didn't believe in anything paranormal, but after it happened, that changed pretty quickly. She later said, "Now I'm worried a ghost might be after me. I have no idea why I was shoved over." Ever heard of a haunted laundry room? This clip was posted to TikTok by J Melilo165, who works at a hospital. The security guard had noticed the washing machines acting very strangely, as in moving on their own. So he gathered some staff around to check out the footage, and boy is it weird.
Come look at the second one. Here comes the second.
Now, it should be noted, the security footage that they're watching has been sped up. But still, that is not a subtle shift. That machine totally changes position, and I love the genuine sounding reaction by the staff here. They're laughing. That's how taken aback they are. They cannot believe what they're witnessing, so they're laughing.
Look, here goes.
It happens. Look. This does not happen.
Look.
Look.
It's like Robert De Niro and Joker. You're laughing. The laundry room's haunted and you're laughing. Anyway, probably wouldn't be the acting choice most amateur hoaxers would go with, to laugh. Just feels too genuine to me. But anyway, it doesn't end there. Nothing creepier than a doll moving on its own, right? In this TikTok video posted by Luki01, that's exactly what happened. He'd set up a camera to see what his cat was getting up to when he was at work, and he ended up capturing a lot more than he was bargaining for. And that's not some subtle shifting. That doll is waving. The cat notices it too and goes to investigate. And after staring at the doll for a few moments, it topples over. That cat's braver than me, because I would have been halfway across town by that point. And that's been the video for today. I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, next time.